my name is Phoebe. I'm currently 29 years old. I do weightlifting, a little bit of CrossFit and things like that. I've been training for almost 8 years now, so it's been a long time. Before I saw Kevin, though I think the only reason I never committed to going to a PT was like nothing was that bad. It was always like lingering stuff and things that kind of hurt, but there was nothing like terrible that I felt like I could get away with, which is why I never seeked out looking into getting a PT. So the reason I started seeking out PT was my right knee was in a lot of pain. I definitely upped my training volume, like getting ready for a certain competition. I kind of switched just my programming a little bit to, make it more intense. And I've noticed like, oh, it's a little bit of knee pain. And I was like, oh, I don't know why. Like, called a few friends, did one of those, like, hey, maybe if I ask like 10 people, or like Google it, I'll figure something out. Most people are like, oh, it's just tendonitis. That was like kind of the main thing that I kind of looked up. And like, oh, most weightlifters have patellar tendonitis. It's like super normal. I'm like, okay, great. 2 weeks go by, ice, Tylenol. At one point, I was like popping 4 Tylenols before training. And I was like, okay, I don't know if this is like healthy. So eventually I was like, okay, I can't just keep trying Tylenol on the ice and resting. Like it's been 4 weeks and it's like still nothing. So I went on a clinical athlete. I didn't want to see a PT that didn't know what I was doing. There's a lot of PTs out there. Everybody's like, oh, you can like, why don't you just get some rando on your insurance or whoever. And it's that, yeah, I'm sure they're fine and I'm sure they're qualified and they're great. But for me, I think the specific focus was, does my PT even understand weightlifting? Does my PT even understand what it means to do programming or weightlifting? Because most of the times, most people are afraid of going to PT because they think, oh, they're just going to tell me like, put some ice, great, take some Tylenol, go to home. Here's a stretch, here's a band. That's it. Which I think I've experienced years ago. But with clinical athlete, it was really helpful to find Kevin and figure out like, hey, you don't have to stop training to, make the pain go away or get better, and we found like multiple ways to make it work. So since I've been coming to Kevin, I see him about once every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on my schedule. It's been great. I've definitely have to do a little more homework. So like I train every day after work, but now I train a little bit at lunch and I do a lot of my homework, I like to say, during that time. But I feel better. I've neglected mobility for a long time. I've told you before, I've been training for like 8 years. So yeah, you can, stretch after the gym and things like that. But it's very different when you have a very focused program for things to help your body, whether it's your shoulder, your knee, or anything, or back. So one of my favorite things about coming to Kevin is he's actually a huge foodie. And so am I. So a lot of times we end up diverging our conversation to talk about what restaurant we should try next, where we should eat. So it's always fun. It's always, great to have like great food recommendations. But also my next favorite thing is he has like a program written out. I'm not a very vague. I don't like to work off program. I don't like it when people are just like, oh, well, you could try X, Y, Z. He like is really good about writing things out. Like, hey, Monday you're doing this, Tuesday you're doing that. It's for someone like me that follows a program when it comes to either CrossFit or weightlifting. It's every day something's written down. Like you just click through his app and you just follow it through, and it's really simple. And there's like videos. And if you have any questions, you can just ping him, and he's like really great at responding quickly. I think a lot of people are skeptical or kind of hold back on PT is like one of the bigger reasons, like money. It's like, oh, it's so expensive. Like, why do you pay for it? And it's like, if you take one night, you go out with your buddies, go to a bar, have a few drinks with your friends and dinner. I mean, is that worth? It's kind of like your health and your wellness versus you going out for one night. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you would put that over, long-term longevity. Whether it's, you don't want to wait till it's too late. That's always the thing. When you're in too much pain, at that point, sometimes it's like, then it is the surgeries and the XYZs and things like that. Why wait? I don't understand. But yeah, I think that, if you are trying to live for a longer time, live a healthier lifestyle, like you need to invest into those things versus, going out and having a time, which is great. I just think that if, wellness is above, that, then you can invest some time into doing PT.